Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Langton and I am one of the founding partners at Four Corners Immigration Law. And I wanted to do this video because we've been getting a lot of questions from clients and potential clients regarding what's happening with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, because they are gradually going into the phases of their own reopening as Portland is also opening. So right now they are reopening for in-person interviews and also non-emergency appointments. In the middle of this month, they should be reopening for biometrics appointments as well. So if you've been wondering, why haven't I received my biometrics appointment yet? That's because they aren't quite processing those yet, but you should be getting that soon. There's going to be a lot of new procedures. You're asked not to appear more than 15 minutes in advance of your appointment. You will be asked to wait outside. And you will be told that you have to wear a mask to enter the building. If you are not wearing a mask, you will not be allowed into the building. And if you've traveled internationally within the last 14 days before your appointment, you also will have to reschedule at no penalty to you. Now, in terms of the procedures, once the interview has happened, we've been getting a lot of conflicting information. So for example, I spoke to an officer last week and I was told attorneys are allowed to appear in person with their clients, but they are strongly encouraging telephonic appearances because not all of their offices are big enough to accommodate 3 people while maintaining physical distancing. Now, the actual experience is that attorneys are not being allowed into the building. They're being told they have to appear and represent their clients via phone or they're going to get rescheduled. And we've also been receiving some reports from other attorneys of having clients being encouraged to waive their right to counsel just to get their interview done quickly and as expeditiously as possible. And that brings up a whole host of concerns, really, and that's really the point of this video. In terms of recommendations on how to handle it, if USCIS is not allowing your attorney into the room with you, ultimately, that's always the decision of the client. That's your decision. But you have to keep in mind, you have an attorney for a reason, right? They're there to protect your due process rights, and you have the right to an attorney for a reason. And when you're not allowed to have an attorney in the room, it does change the dynamic of what happens. When an attorney is in the room, they can really quickly stand up for your rights if you're not being treated fairly. They can make sure that the officer is applying the correct legal standard, and they can make sure that you're just being treated well, and they can really confidently step in and take steps such as terminate a line of questioning or terminate the interview and ask to speak to a supervisor if things really go off the rails. That's all more difficult via phone because they can't see you, they can't see the officer, they can't see any nonverbal communication. And it also brings up the issue of technology. So technology is not perfect by any means, especially when it's new and the government is rolling out new programs. So you have to expect that things will be disconnected and you'll have to restart interviews and things like that. So the ultimate thing that you always want to do is protect yourself and protect your case. Now, USCIS processing timelines are already really long, so I completely understand the urge to just get your case done in the fastest manner possible. However, you ultimately want to take the steps that make sure you have the best chance of being approved, and you also want to take the steps that protect your status in the future. If things are done incorrectly at a green card application stage, for example, and it's discovered later at your naturalization stage, then that can call your green card into question. And these are all things that attorneys can help walk you through and help protect your rights. USCIS it's evolving with the COVID-19 reopening situation. Things are pretty fluid right now, and they are trying to reopen while maintaining a degree of safety for everyone. The procedures are changing daily, information is changing daily, so we will keep you updated the best we can. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.